This video is about the use of a tool called Crosswalker that I wrote that enables archivists to map their legacy archival spreadsheets into a form that can be input into AtoM. That form is called ISADG. I'll show you Crosswalker, what it looks like. Here it is. It takes two files as input, a CSV file describing the legacy archive and a file which describes the mapping of the legacy archive into ISADG, and it outputs a third CSV file which can be imported directly into AtoM. So first of all, let's have a look at these spreadsheets. Here is an invented collection. It's for an invented family called the Angus family. You note the column headings here. There's some digital assets associated with the metadata of this collection, JPEGs that I'm going to upload in a moment. And this column, the file path column, describes the locations of the JPEGs. And this is a very important column. It's describes the structure of the collection. You can see it's a hierarchy which starts with a root node called AFA and goes right down to these leaf nodes here. Then we have a few other columns describing the level of description of the particular items, the title, some descriptions occasionally, and then date. So it's quite a simple little collection, but it's a legacy archive and it's not in a standard format. These headings here, location and collection, my title, file path, are not ISADG, and we need to convert them to ISADG. So how do we do that? So we have a second configuration spreadsheet which describes the mapping of the archival spreadsheet into ISADG. So here are all the column headings in ISADG. We've got level of description, extent and medium, repository, archival history, acquisition. It goes on and on and on. There's about 30 of them. And we're basically saying I want to put that column in my legacy spreadsheet into that field in ISADG. I want to put that column in my legacy spreadsheet, my title, into the title of ISADG. So I'm going to now save this as a UTF-8 CSV, which is what we have to import into Crosswalker. I'll save that off, and I'll save this off again as a UTF-8 CSV. So we can quit out of our spreadsheets now, and you can see here we have two CSVs, and these are the inputs to Crosswalker. So I'm now going to import those two CSV files into Crosswalker. So here's Crosswalker. Choose the first file, which is the legacy archival description. Choose the second file, which is the mapping, which says how to map things into ISADG, and then actually do the crosswalk. And it was very quick because it's a very small test collection. And here we have all the columns, ISADG columns, and the information that's going to go into them. These two columns are very important, the legacy ID and the parent ID. This describes the actual structure of the collection, the hierarchy of the collection for AtoM, and you can see that Crosswalker has created all the correct links describing the tree. Okay, so it's done the crosswalk. Now I just need to download the actual ISADG file. There it is downloaded to my downloads folder. So just keep it all safe in the same place. Okay, so we're ready now to upload this collection into AtoM, but the first thing I need to do before I do that is to upload the images that were pointed to in the archival spreadsheet. And to do that, I'm going to use Moby Extern. So I've created a folder here ready called Family Archives. There's nothing in here to begin with. I'm going to upload all these images to the Family Archives, and they're going to link up to the collection. Okay, there we have them all ready to link up into AtoM. So I'll go into AtoM now. Here's just a generic AtoM, and I'm going to upload the ISAG CSV that I just created with Crosswalker. Okay, that job's started. It's running. It's still running. It's a small collection, so I imagine that it's being completed now, and let's inspect what we've made. So here it is, Angus Family Archives. Here's the hierarchy that we've created, and here are all the images that we've linked up. Also, you'll see that the metadata has come through from the legacy spreadsheet into the scope and content here of the ISAG field. So that's how to use Crosswalker to create collections in AtoM.